Today we have a fantastic multi-tool to look over. This is the Leatherman 300 EOD Supertool. Now this tool obviously has some special capabilities for the military field, but I really like some of this tool set for the civilian as well. So one of the things that makes a Supertool so special is that it's got this larger plier head. And you can tell right here that Leatherman has added some extra metal on the side to make this a little beefier, to make it handle some tasks that other multi-tools just aren't really up to the job for. So on this one, you have this crimper right here for military applications. And then you do have the needle nose at the end, and then you have these replaceable wire cutters, which are really cool as well. So Leatherman has had crimpers over the years. I believe there's been versions at least of the Wave, if not the PST. I forget right now, but there are some rare versions that have had crimpers in the handle. So that is something Leatherman has done for several years. And then at the bottom right here, we have another crimper for like electrical connections. And when I was in the residential HVAC field, those came in very useful at times as well. So on the handle, we do have the measurements. We have the meters rather, and also the inches, or the centimeters rather, and inches. And then you will notice another cool thing is that, again, like the Leatherman 300M Supertool, you can add a cleaning rod in the side as well, and then use this as a cleaning rod handle. So you can see where there's a hole in the handle, and then there's actually a hole in the plier head. There's actually one on either side. So, but you can't access it from this side, just the one. All right, and then when we go ahead and we look at these tool sets, one of the things we notice is that each of these tool sets on each side has something a little different. So this right here is the C4 punch. So you can actually unscrew this, and if this broke, you could go ahead, and I believe Leatherman offers another one as well. So you just put that back on, and I think that's intriguing that you can have replaceable parts. I feel like Leatherman could have gone a little further and added some extra tools that could screw on as well, but perhaps that is something some of you that do some 3D printing could come up with some extra tools to fit on there. I think that could be pretty cool. And then on the inside of this handle, we have the Leatherman 3-in-1 tool, which is the wire stripper, the bottle cap lifter, and the can opener. And then over here, we have the Phillips screwdriver. And then we also have the smaller flathead screwdriver. We have the attachment for the lanyard as well. And then we also have a long wood saw as well. So all those are included in that handle. Now on this side, we have the knife, and it will be a combo blade because, again, we have some more specialty tools. So Leatherman hasn't included both the knife blade and the serrated blade, and there isn't a file on this one. So instead of the file, we will get a special tool over here. But first off, we have a couple more screwdrivers, flat screwdrivers, the larger and the smaller on this side, and then the awl. And then we have this special tool, which actually is a small T-shank adapter. Now, many people have wanted this to be the same size as the Leatherman Surge, but unfortunately, from what I've read, this only handles the thin T-shank saw blade. So I don't think you can fit your file or perhaps even the saw that comes from Leatherman for the Surge. So this will be a thinner T-shank adapter to fit in here, but you can still fit in a metal saw. So on the Leatherman Supertool EOD, you have this option where you can have not only the metal saw, but a wood saw as well. So that's pretty cool that you have both those options. So the Leatherman EOD really has some cool options, and I feel like this is so close to being a perfect tool set for some people. Now, what I would have loved to see is this to be made for electricians and add some wire stripping notches in the handle. I know we've got the wire stripper down here, but I can speak from personal experience that when you get to a certain gauge of wire, a certain small gauge of wire, this Leatherman wire stripper does not work very well. So when you go down to the very small gauges, which a lot of HVAC people work with the smaller gauges. So I think it works probably fine for some larger gauges, this V-notch. But in smaller gauges, it is a little harder. So it would have been neat to see Leatherman add some more notches here, make this an electrician's tool. But I understand the electrician's tool they don't seem to sell very well, unfortunately. But it would be cool to see that. And again, I would love to see some more tools added to this right here so that you could screw on and take off and interchange your tool set. I'm not sure what we could do, but maybe even like that voltmeter. There's a Volty bit, Leatherman bit. Maybe if someone could come up with a different designed one, you would have more space for a circuit board. That could be cool as well. And I do have the Volty Leatherman bit, which actually measures current. So I plan to review that coming up as well. And then the saw right here, adapter, that's really cool. But I think I would have been willing to sacrifice one of these screwdrivers to have it actually handle like a file to be wider. So I think that would be great as well. But it is great as it is. I think it's a fantastic tool. This comes in somewhere, I think around $109 right now on Leatherman's website. So I did get this used, hence why you probably heard it gritty a little bit, needs cleaned up a little bit more. But off Leatherman's website, this will be one of the cheaper, larger tools that you can get actually. And to me, it is a little bit more interesting than the Supertool 300 because of its unique features, and I really like it as well. All right, we'll see you in the next video.